is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go from Minneapolis. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
On 4th down, it's Williams. Throw finds Komet. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and goal, Swift. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 4. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw, here's McCarthy. Jones reels it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Back to the air, McCarthy. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Has it down close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down. Here's Swift. Down the sideline inside the 40. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying grounded with Swift. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. 5 yards on the play. They can just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
So we're through one as we're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Going run again with Swift. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Working quickly here. 3rd down. Here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll try and punch it in. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. To throw is Williams. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Vikings take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football. I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. First and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Throwing deep for the end zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Putting a receiver in motion. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's good for 7 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not going to call this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Has it at the 7. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. McCarthy to throw it. Dump off caught by his back. Touchdown, Minnesota. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Reichard set to kick this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Williams set to pass. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. The rookie from Penn State makes the play. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort. Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Jones will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichard headed out. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now. Now this is intercepted. This is back-to-back passes. Kevin Byard comes up with it. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Williams to throw on 1st. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. 1st down throw by Williams. He lofts it deep left. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So 2nd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
Looking to throw. He's trying to go deep again. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed to his running back. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Able to find Hawkinson. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He puts some power on a deep one left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Hand off running right. Here's Swift. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And that makes it 3rd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed here to Kmet. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's going to be Swift. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Opportunity here for this defense if they can make this stop on 3rd and goal. Out of the pistol, Williams. Dumped off to his running back. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Carney's kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On play action now, McCarthy. He fires one deep down the left sideline. He's got it deep downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Only 1 on the carry, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3. Jones. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. One in behind center with Swift. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. A draw now, this is Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 11. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Out of his shotgun, a give to Swift. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Williams from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Desperation time here on 4th. And they pick him off again. Has a hole left, room to run. At the 20. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. He throws a bullet to the center. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. First down, Williams. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Has his man, it's Swift. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down for a loss. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. 3rd and goal, it's Williams. The back grabs it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That should just about do it. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the 4th.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Hockenson reels it in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Catch is made in close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. And a man is there to knock that away. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it's 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Oh no, they get him yet again. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. Left side, backs there, cut! And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to feed the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when